Big Ben. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm going to do this. Today, we're talking about the time that Ben Roethlisberger, this Ben Roethlisberger, the one that won many Super Bowls and was the Steelers quarterback for too many years and would continuously get sacked because he has no movement ability whatsoever. This is the extent of my football knowledge. Yeah, that Ben Roethlisberger, yeah. He called security on me when I was 12. So this is the story about that.
Get your bones in the dirt, dry them off and let them burn.
So let me think back. It's been a long time. I gotta do this right. So as a kid, my dad had friends that were a part of the security team for the training camps for the Pittsburgh Steelers, or they knew people within it or whatever. They worked within it. I don't remember. But either way, every year we would go to the Pittsburgh Steelers training camp and we would meet the players. We'd watch them practice. We'd go and do the whole thing and we'd stand on the field waiting for them. The amount of football players that I've met over the years because of that, I think we went like 3 or 4 years, and every year I'd bring a football and I'd go there and I'd go up to everyone and be like, can you please sign my ball? I want to make millions one day. I'm never making a goddamn penny from those things. The signatures are illegible. I look back on them now. I think they're in my at home, and every once in a while I'll be like, oh, I remember this, and I pick it up and I go, I have no idea whose signature any of this is, because they've been as a kid you're running around with it, sweaty and gross. So they're just, you know, it was more about the experience of being able to say that you hang out during training camp and you're down on the field with them and you get to meet them. And I met Troy Polamalu, Hines Ward. The first year we get there, I'm meeting everybody. Everybody's there. Everybody's having a good time. But the one person I have yet to meet, Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger being the star quarterback and the one that won the Super Bowls for so many years, you know, he is the man to meet. He's the one to do, like, you know. For context of this whole situation, how the whole operation is conducted, specifically on this day, you get wristbands. And you get a wristband that either says your press or family and friend. We were part of guest and staff. So I had access to the field. I had access to basically anywhere that was around there, as a 12-year-old would, with his dad holding his hand. Not actually, but, you know. We spent the whole day just like walking around and whatnot and meeting all the players and doing the whole thing. And at a certain point, it was getting ready to go. So we walked up the stairs. We were going towards out in the parking lot area. On the way there, we pass the locker rooms. And we pass the area where they all go afterwards. And we kind of follow them up in after the practice is done. Like, they go, and then we kind of follow their wake. We go with them just to exit the area. So as we're up there, there's this parking lot. And in the parking lot, 12-year-old me's walking up with my dad ahead of the group because I'm independent and strong. And I look ahead and I see Ben Roethlisberger. I'm like, oh, shit, Ben. This is cool. So I start running. I start walking over to him. I'm like, Ben, can you sign my football? Can you sign my my sweaty little football? I remember getting closer to him turning to me, looking down at me, looking up, and going, security. And I was like, in my head, I was just like, I looked around. I was like, what did I do? I just want your autograph, man. Like, I don't know what else you want. So my dad comes up behind. He's like, and my dad's kind of just standing there going, what, did you really just security on a child? And at that point, somebody from security comes over to us and goes, you can't be in this area. And I was like, okay, why? What area? They're like, this is the family and friends area. You need to stand over there. Where this person pointed, and like, over there, not even 10 feet, there was a line. There was a line that was just on the pavement that was like supposed to be like where family and friends can go and where the staff can go. I walked 10 feet over this, and Ben Roethlisberger was like, no, you're going to jail, buddy. But the funny part is that isn't the end of the story, because I was the one who had the final laugh. I had the final laugh, Ben Roethlisberger. So after this whole experience happened, every year since after that point, I had this like really, I was telling everybody, I was telling all of my friends, Ben Roethlisberger, asshole. He's such a dick. So every year we go back, I'm like anticipating seeing him or not, I guess not seeing him, to be honest, because of the whole, that whole situation that happened. But lucky for me, this situation happened with Ben Roethlisberger. He was a part of a sexual misconduct lawsuit case thing. And, that didn't go over well. And I think he also wrecked his motorcycle or something. So homie was down bad that year. He was not doing too hot. So we go back to the training camp. We do the whole thing. I have my sweaty ball and we're walking out as well. And lo and behold, guess who comes rolling through on his fucking Bluetooth in a meeting on a golf cart? And in that moment, I was like, I need this. I need this autograph. Both myself, my brother, and my dad were just like, Ben, you sign this. And you know what he does? He makes the person in the golf cart stop. He's on the middle of a business call, puts his thing here on his phone or whatever, and he takes the ball and he starts signing everything, doing the whole thing. He's like trying to get as many brownie points as he can. And the funny, and after it's all said and done, he signed like 3 or 4 or 5 of our things in the middle of a business call, and then he like carts on off. And I was like, is that what it took? I as a 12, 13-year-old, I didn't really understand the situation at the time. And I think my dad later explained it to me. He's like, yeah, he had to get some brownie points after that whole year. And especially because he was a dick. The first time I ever met him, he was alone. I need to tell you that. He was alone. He wasn't with anybody. He was just in the parking lot walking through. And I stepped 10 feet over the family and friend line to say, hey, can you sign my football? And he screams, security? Are you kidding me? I think I might have been with my younger brother. We were not a threat to Big Ben over here. But yeah, so it was really not that in-depth of a story, but it's funny to think back on this man going through his whole phase of being an ass because he's just on top of the world, and then watching him crumble, and then watching him in person try to make up for that crumbling and save his image and do that whole thing. Oh, it's too good. It was too good. So what is the moral of this story for this week's or this time around's lunch break? Don't play football. That's what it is. And make sure when you have people sign things, you gotta document that shit. Take a picture of it and be like, this is who this is. Because when you try to go back and find your smudged football of signatures that could make you a couple thousands of dollars, maybe, it would be really nice to know what you're selling, if that's the possibility. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Mainly the first and the latter. So do that, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Get your bones in the dirt. Get those bones in the dirt. Get your bones.